fucking need them. Take them out the hood, keep them looking good, but I don't fucking feed them. First time they fuss, I'm breathing. Talk about what's the reason. I'm a pimpin' every sense of the word, bitch. Gonna trust and believe them. In the cup where I keep them. Till I need a nut, till I need to be the Gus Dennis. BB, then I'm picking them up, let them play with the dick in the trunk. Many chicks wanna put Jigga Fist in cup. The boss, I'ma split his bucks. Just because you got good head, I'ma break bread so you could be living it up. Shit, I pass with nothing, y'all be frontin'. Me give my heart to a woman, not for nothing, never happen. I'll be forever mackin'. Hardcore assassins, I got no passion, I got no patience, and I hate waiting. Hope get your ass in and let's ride. Check them out now. Let's ride. Check them out now. We doing big camping, we spending cheese. Check them out now. Big camping on the LAD. We doing big pimpin' up at NYC. It's just that Jigga man, MC and B-U-M-B. Yo, yo, yo. Big camping, spending cheese. We doing big camping on the LAD. We doing big pimpin' up at NYC. It's just that Jigga man, MC and B-U-M-B. Nigga, it's the mix of the rap impresario. Coming straight about the black Oreo. Make some meal upon Pizarro. Now sit back and meet my scenario. Oops, my bad, that's my scenario. No, I can't fuck a scary hoe. Now every time, every place, everywhere we go, hoes stop pointing and say, there he go. Now these motherfuckers know we carry more heat than a little bit. We don't pull it out over to the shit. And if you get the lick when I spit, then it won't be a lid. Go read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch, and step up your vocab. Don't be surprised if your hoes there out with me and you see it's coming down on your slab. Living get so fabulous, so mad, you just can't take it. But nigga, if you hate, now then you wait while I get your bitch butt naked. Just break it. You gotta play like you ain't wet with 2 pairs of clothes on. Now get your ass in the back, there's a plan to the track, Timberland, let me spit my pros on. Posted up in the pro zone. That's the track that we breaking these hoes on. Ain't the track that we flows on. When shit get hot and the glass start popping like ozone. We keep hoes drunk like Trigger Man. We really don't get no bigger, man. Don't trip, that shit getting sold on the flip and blow with the motherfucking Jigga Man. Big campin', spin the cheese. We be big campin' on BLAD. We be big pimpin' down at PAT. It's just that Jigga Man, MC and B-U-M-B. Cause we be big pimpin', spin the cheese. And we be big pimpin' on BLAD. Cause we be big pimpin' and PAT. It's just that Jigga Man, MC and B-U-M-B. Smoking out, pouring up, keep it lit up in my cup. All my car got leather and wood in my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna ball, holla at brawls at the mall. You be up, watch a ball, nigga, I can fuck with y'all. If I wasn't having, baby, I was giving by Mercedes, coming down and sipping dating. No record tell why they pay me. Now what y'all know about the Texas boys coming down and candy toys, smoking weed and talking noise. I'm spinning the cheese. We be big pimpin' on BLAD. We be big pimpin' down at PAT. It's just that Jigga Man, MC and B-U-M-B. We be big pimpin', spinning the cheese. And we be big pimpin' on BLAD. Cause we be big pimpin' at PAT. It's just that Jigga Man, MC and B-U-M-B. Nigga.
Peace, 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 people. I hope that you're having a great day today. I am For Black Righteous Folks Home, or For Black for short. I want to do a response to a video that TARIQ NASHEED had linked up with a Pimpin Ken. And it got me to thinking about the fact that so many men still deal with pimps as if that's a normal thing to do. I know that he did an art of macking. I'm not sure if he's ever called himself a pimp, but he carries himself as if he is relatable to what pimps are into. So I want to ask the question for the ones that are FBA. I don't personality worship anyone, so I'm not putting TARIQ NASHEED on a pedestal, but because a lot of people are using the FBA name, you know, you have to want to know who this person that represents this name, who he really is. Is it a blessing to claim FBA? Is it a setup situation for later, like a hate group or any other thing because of all the things that's happening on YouTube with the so-called diaspora wars and how people are constantly having this so-called fight within the YouTube, Twitter, and all these other things. I think that it's interesting that he sat down with a pimp and that he seems to have history with dealing and relating to pimps. So I want to go through a little bit of what that may look like for those that don't know who TARIQ NASHEED is. But first, before I get started, if you guys could, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Let me bring up this video real quick. This is all for fair use, for educational purposes, for research purposes, observational purposes, under Section 107 of copyright, and also for reality checks realized and lies denied. Let's listen to what a pimp called PIMPIN and TARIQ NASHEED talked about and see why he's so comfortable with the likes of a PIMPIN.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is your host, Ken, aka PIMPIN. Once again, you're watching the View from the Game. I got the ultimate player with me, man, the ultimate educator, man. This man is, if there was a word called dualistic, this is him. You know what I mean? Mr. Dualistic himself. Hey, man, this is a good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for years. It's not the first time. Y'all might have seen him in another interview I did. Now we coming and, hey, look here, man. Y'all make sure you like, share, and hit the, make a comments and hit the subscribe. And you can also send a super chat if you want to. You can send a super chat to me, but you can send a cash app to 404-790-9627 if you want to cash app to Rick, you know, for his content.
Yeah, King $King Flex 818.
Yeah, so cash app, you know, just put View from the Game, and we know how to put on our taxes. What's up,
so,
brother?
man, how you been, brother?
I've been I'm back again.
No doubt.
So, man, you know, a lot of people see Hidden Colors. A lot of people read your book, Mackin and everything. So, the question, where do it start? You know, give us a little bit about where you came from, your upbringing, and you know where you was born and so on and so forth.
Well, I was born in Detroit, and as a small child, they moved me down to Birmingham, Alabama. So I lived there for about 10 years, and then I came out here as a teenager to LA and been out here ever since. And just got in the game out here, man. Been stomping the streets out here in LA, heavy, late 80s, early 90s. I was really wanting to be a music producer. That was my thing. And, you know, just got into all types of other stuff. But I read a lot when I was out here because, you know, I went through the little homeless thing and I had to stay in a library. And a lot of the hustlers looked out for me out here. And I just picked up a lot of game, a lot of stuff I learned from the hustlers, a lot of stuff I picked up in the books in the library. As a young dude, we would go out, me and my buddies, and holler at the ladies at the club. And we had little techniques and styles that we used. And then I said, let me put this stuff in a book. And I wrote a book called The Art of Mackin. And that book was written in 1999, came out in 2000, became a huge best-selling book. They put me on all types of major television shows. The book sold like 250,000 copies.
So when you guys think of macking, what comes to mind when you think of the word macking? Is it like making, is he like saying that he is manipulating the woman to do what he wants her to do? Being kind of like a brawl beater, like trying to get her to understand what he wants, like by demand and by some type of influence of force. It seems like what Mackin seems to be bringing, you know, pretty much bringing a woman in your fold to control. I guess that's what it means to me. But if you guys can tell me what it means, let me know. You said a smooth talker, finesser. Okay. Breezo, is that what that is? But don't you get women to do what you want them to do? And what's up, Miss D? How you doing? Don't that gets women to do what you want to do, even if it's not like, I mean, it's on the verge of pimping. I think it's a technique that pimps use. Isn't that what that means? The reason why I say that is because TARIQ Nasheed has a history of doing things that kind of reminiscent to what pimps do. And so I want to do a little bit of history as far as what he used to do or where he used to be, discussing, first of all, the art of macking. Speaking of which, I couldn't really hear the first video with him talking to the pimp. He was kind of low, so hopefully this will be better for us to hear. But he's going to talk about the art of macking with another YouTuber. I don't know his name, but this should be insight into the mind of TARIQ Nasheed and what does it really mean for him to be bringing about the FBA. It is solely on YouTube, but a lot of people get really emotional over that terminology of FBA. So I find it very fascinating how it's emotionally driven. A lot of people are really putting a lot of emphasis on thinking that that's their identity. I say self-declare your identity. So in case something happens with him or something happens with the so-called group of FBAs, that you will have, your own, that you feel that you can confidently have your own identity, because that seems to be the issue that we're having, people trying to make us over and whatnot. That's why it was a interesting game, that maneuver that he played to infiltrate ADOS with Yvette Carnell, come up with his own group called FBA. And now it seems to like taking over, taking the oxygen out of the room for the most part. He's a womanizer. That's what it means. Okay. How you doing, Silly, and everybody in the clouds? If you have not yet, please like the video, share the video. Now we're going to listen to a clip of the art of macking. Again, this is with a PIMPIN Ken, the same guy that he just did the other video with. Let's listen to this.
You're listening to the voice of reason, Zoe Williams, Foxhole Radio, Sirius 106 XM 149, and as usual, we have another heater on deck for you. You know what it is. Get to your phone lines, 877-210-6106. That's the number to dial. Real quickly, let me shout out Deuce TV, the homeboy, for hooking up my special guest tonight. But before I introduce the brother, let me tell you what the topic is. Is it time to upgrade your Mac software? The Art of Macking with King Flex, TARIQ Nasheed. People have been asking for this brother to be on the show, and he's here now. So if you're having a difficult time hollering at a sister in the club or anybody, he's going to give you the tools you need to really mac that, bag that sister, whoever. Call right now, 877-210-6106. That's the number to dial. What is the art of macking? What does it mean to be played? How can you protect yourself from being played? Is there any real difference between a Mac and a pimp?
That's what I want to know.
Apply now. Difference between a Mac and a pimp. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have another special guest. You know who he is, author of the 48 Laws of Game, Pimpology, Pimpin Ken. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Is it time to upgrade your Mac software is tonight's topic. I'm about to take a quick break. You need to call me. You need to get at me right now. I'll be back in a second. We're going to get it started. Peace. What does it mean to be a Mac? Does a dude's voice determine if he's a Mac or not? I don't. Shit. What is it? What is macking? Is macking disrespectful to women? Somebody call me, 877-2-106-106. That's the number to dial. Is it time to upgrade your Mac software? The Art of Macking with King Flex, TARIQ, Elite, NASHEED. That's the brother. And of course, Pimpin Ken. Both of these brothers are authors, best-selling authors. Ken is...
I'm about to find it where they're actually talking because he's taking a long time to get there. Hold on.
Sexual gratification.
Okay.
Player, pimp, a hustler, he's everything because the master do whatever he can to get money. He
Okay.
can to,
Hold on.
and then
Almost there.
I never call myself a player because, you know, I don't play no games. I don't even turn my radio on because it plays. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? You know, a player's play a lot of games. You see what I'm saying? Now, a pimp, he's more on the serious side. He's who we consider the one who is more dedicated to the, you know, the institution of, you know, checking paper from a dame. You know, he pretty much demands his women to submit to him. He's more like the type of person who would, you know, when he get ready to light a cigarette, his woman fumbles 3 or 4 times to make sure that cigarette is lit. When he get ready to when he get out the bed, his house shoes is there. He's more of a controlled, manipulative type of person when it comes to, you know, his circumstances. And he's more like, I mean, to him, it's not really about the money or about, you know, what people think. It's about total domination over the female. Now, the man is where, you know, generally would have...
Well, see, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because Brezzo, he could be indeed macking and pimping the people that's online. Using the same techniques that they use, to control women, that they use to get money from women, like the same exact thing, but just hustling for them for their money. Like, how is he able to be the sole benefactor in, you know, getting money for the FBA logo? How is it really not spread around, and why aren't anything happening as far as trying to get involved in the Congress or legislation or really push a bill or something? He's not real serious about this FBA, but again, he's capitalizing off of it like a pimp does, like a Mac does. And so I wanted to get in the mindset of TARIQ Nasheed because I think that a lot of people don't hold him accountable to anything. They just kind of like let him say whatever, you know, joke, act a fool, say his thing and make his money and go on about his business. That's what he does. But a lot of other people seem to be getting a lot of emotional ties to the FBA logo. And I wonder sometimes, where is that going to end up getting into with that?
You know, you might be a player one day, you have a few girlfriends, you just playing a bunch of games, and then one day you might get serious, you might become a pimp. And, you know, you might just be dedicated to the, you know, the controlling of women. And then the next level of the game is the max. Now, a max is what you would consider somebody like Don King, Donald Trump, Pimpin Ken, TARIQ, yourself, you know, certain individuals, you know what I'm saying, who understand the art of making money, who will use any circumstances possible.
How many single-family houses, single homes would it take to equal one multi-family?
Of making money, who will use any circumstances possible. Anything in their vision that they can come up with, they will use it to get money. And that's pretty much what a Mac is. A Mac, like, he encompasses all of those things. He's like a player, a pimp, a hustler. He's everything because a Mac will do whatever he can to get money. He'll have real estate. He'll have, you know, entertainment companies. He'll write books, you know, because he's about paper. He's more...
And this is the gospel of what TARIQ Nasheed goes by. I mean, he wrote a book called The Art of Macking. So he's using the same principles and carrying it forward with the FBA, macking and pimping. I believe the people that's really gung-ho over this FBA and understanding that, you know, ultimately, in my opinion, you need to self-declare your own identity. I don't think it's stopping anything from happening against our identity because it's not protected. Hello, watching for the Philippines. Thank you. I appreciate that. Daisy Fovog. You said the goal is to drain the woman for money. Well, that's exactly what he's been successful at doing, is getting money for the museum, getting money for his videos, his books, getting money. I mean, it is a product that he does sell, but he's constantly like selling stuff. And I don't know if that's really a benefit for people that really believe in this FBA talk. You said, Mackin, you don't pimp the woman through prostitution. You can, however, that's not the goal. So pimping to get the money. However, you can get the money, not necessarily sexual prostitution, but yeah. But this is his gospel. This is what he's into.
Mac is about 40 years old. Generally, most Macs are about 40 years old. They done been through the game. They done, they done went through the women's and so on and so forth. So they understand that, you just can't get money to take paper getting in one way. If you really want to get ahead, you have to expand your hustle and do it all type of ways, and that's what I was taught. Mac is he's like the epitome of all those things that we just mentioned.
Right. TARIQ, talk to me.
What's up, Pimpin Ken? Now, Ken broke it down, and let me build on what he's saying. What's up, everybody out there in the foxhole land, first of all. Now, let me break down the history of all the names and the terminology of all this stuff. Now, a Mac comes from an old word called macaro from Rome. All right? There was a guy named Caligula in Rome, and Caligula was a freak. If you know anything about history, he was a real big freak. He was having sex with his sisters, cousins, aunts. They even said he had an affair with a horse. So he was on one.
Right.
Boys, exactly. He was just really on one out there in Rome. And the Romans were real freaky back then anyway. Caligula had a partner named Macro. Now, Macro was a person who had the first recorded incident of what we know is pimping now. Macro had a wife, and he told his wife to go get some money out of Caligula because he's a big old trick. Go break this fool, basically.
Ancient Greece pimping.
Man, you guys can Google Wikipedia what I'm saying, all right?
Okay.
So that's where the name Mackin comes from. Mackin, the word macro in French, the word macaro translates into pimp, all right? The French word for pimp is macaro. Come on. You feel what I'm saying?
He's telling us what he is. This interview happened in 2010, y'all. So 14 years later, he has really now embodied this principle of thinking. And it's just amazing how nobody is really challenging TARIQ NASHEED and really what he's representing and what he really is about. It's a trip.
And in the United States, pimping really got started in New Orleans in the red light district, all right? Because when the French came over, they had the Moulin Rouge, all that stuff, they brought it over here. So a lot of the pimping and the terminology and the Mac men, that's what they were called then, guys who ran brothels. They were doing their thing down in New Orleans, and it spread around the country from there. And Pimpin Ken was exactly right about the terminology and what everything means. A player and a pimp and a Mac, they're almost one and the same, but the thing is, a player is usually about sexual gratification. Players like to get a number of women and notches under their belt sexually. Pimps are all about money. Pimps, they ain't about laying up and all that. Pimps are very distinct about what they want. They want paper.
Right.
Now, the Macs are all about power. And they understand that if you have a certain level of power, you can get sex and money at your disposal. So that's why they dip into different ventures. Like the old Mac men back in the day, they would have prostitution houses, they would have drug houses, they would have numbers houses. So they were into all kinds.
In other words, TARIQ NASHEED is the jack of all trades when it comes to the philosophy of what a Mac or what a pimp tries to be. That's why he's hanging out with Pimpin Ken and other pimps and whatnot. He doesn't have no problem about what they do and how they move. Real men that have integrity wouldn't want to hang out with a pimp. They would feel some kind of way about it because of what they represent and what they're doing. But he doesn't have no qualms with hanging out with anyone. I don't know if he's a present pimp, but he still goes by the name of Pimpin Ken. He's having interviews with him, with the last video I showed, and it just shows that he hasn't really changed much. So all this FBA talk and all that, I find it, I think people should be really considering whether or not they want to be really wrapped up with this type of guy right here. Because ultimately he's leading us nowhere except for him making money off of, you know, the products that he sells. I don't know if that's really a lineage or not, but it's profitable to him though, nonetheless.
The hustle. So that's what people need to know about the game.
Right. Man, this is heavy. I'm learning. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial just in case you just tuned in.
And just in case we don't know what the word pimp means, I'm going to have a pimp tell you what the word pimp means. I don't have a lot of respect for pimps because, again, I feel like they're predators. I feel that women are, you know, put through the ringer trying to mess around with a pimp. Their whole life is in jeopardy from, you know, the day that they meet a pimp to me. It's not no safety net to be involved with a pimp. It's dangerous to be involved.
What's good, world? It's your man, Mr. Diamond, coming to you live all the way from Dallas, Texas, man, via YouTube. Some brand new shit we got going on called Ask a Pimp. We're going to be coming to you Monday through Friday live, man, where you can ask a real live, bona fide, professional paid pimp any question you can think of, man. Anything you ever wanted to know about pimp and pimping and pimps and hoes or whatever. If you don't want to get your information from TV and you want it live from the source, man, you can tune right here to Ask a Pimp. And you can ask myself, a retired pimp, or you can ask some real live everyday action pimps that's gonna be coming on live, man. But I'm gonna get the ball rolling, man. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me, man. I pimped strong for 7 years, you hear me? For 7 years out of Dallas, Texas, but I done pimped in Chicago, Washington, D.C., Jamaica, pimped on a bitch from Hawaii, but not in Hawaii. You dig what I'm saying? I done pimped in Houston, Memphis, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? I done pimped in Atlanta, North Carolina. So, you know, hey, man, I'm worldwide, baby. That's all I can say. We'll get into why I no longer do this thing, man, later on. But right now, I want y'all to know that want to get your question answered live, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel right here, man. We're only taking questions from subscribers. We welcome comments from everybody. We welcome comments, good and bad, baby. Whatever you got, go ahead and bring it. You did what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and get the ball rolling, man. We'll give you a little background right quick. I sent an email out a few weeks ago before we got this started to drlips@yahoo.com. And had a few people send in some questions just to get the ball rolling. You did what I'm saying? So probably the first 5, maybe 10 questions that we answer is going to be straight from that email to people we know and people they know. We actually asked the people we know to contact people that they know, see if they had anything that they might want.
It's taking too long. Hold on. Let me fast forward this.
Tasha. And Tasha came around the early 1600s, you dig what I'm saying, in a play, a stage play. I don't know who wrote the play, but it was a stage play called Your 5 Gallants, you dig, and they used the word pimper. They used the word pimper, which means to dress eloquently, to dress fancy, really pretty, dress up, you know, just dress up, like we say, put on the nines, get fly, get sharp as a tack before you get back and all that there. And the word pimper actually came from a French word, derived from a French word called pimpant, which meant
I didn't expect to have this type of video. This video is more of talking about the history of the word. I thought he was going to talk about his own experience in being a pimp, like, you know, questioning that type of thing. There is how and where to find hoes to pimp on. Why pimps beat their hoes. Okay. How do you talk to women to pimp on them? I always wanted to know how men are able to get off on talking to women crazy and they actually follow the lead of the man speaking that way, vulgar to them and whatnot, very browbeating like. I don't understand why women would gravitate to that or why people would accept that type of talk.
Hey, what's good, fam? Diamond out here fucking around at my man Cool K Studio. Yeah, man, you know, I might bless the mic for him a little bit today, man. Spit some of that ism, you know what I'm saying? Make one of them tracks really, really float, you dig? But look here, man. We'll keep the ball rolling. Today's question, man, comes from a cat called himself Tone Bone 145. Tone Bone 145. He subscribed, he tuned in, left his question right there on the page. And this question is so fucking magnificent, man. I just hope I do it some justice. You dig what I'm saying? Tone Bone 145 wants to know, how do you talk to a woman? How do you talk to a woman? You understand that you want to pimp on? Say, man, look, it ain't no right way. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't no right way. Fucked up thing about it is a whole bunch of wrong ways. You left me your email, dude. Look, I'm gonna get at you more in-depthly on the email. We communicate, might fuck around and exchange numbers, man, because I really, really read that passage that you sent me, and I feel like you kept it real and it came from your heart. So, hey, man, I'm gonna do my part. Bless you with the game that I was blessed with, and hey, man, what you take from it is what you take from it. But to answer your question, and to make it as brief as I can, I'm gonna say it like this right here, man. It ain't no right thing to say, but I can tell you what works for me. You dig what I'm saying? I can tell you what worked for me when I was doing my thing. First of all, the main thing that I'm gonna say to you, my brother, is have confidence. You dig what I'm saying? Be confident in yourself. Be confident in yourself that you can talk to any woman, anytime, about anything. You dig what I'm saying? Now, with that in mind, the second most important thing is, the way I do my thing is, I understand that not all women can be pimped on. You dig what I'm saying? Not even all hoes can be pimped on. I can tell you this right here, and it might make it fly a little bit easier. You dig what I'm saying? The notions of a pimp, you dig me? The notions of a pimp can only be conceived in the mind of a hoe. So if a bitch is already want to be a hoe, or if she's already a hoe, or if she got any kind of contemplation on curiosity on what really go on in the world of pimping horn, then that's the motherfucker that you really want to be talking to. Moving right along, another tip is, besides having confidence in yourself, have confidence in your game, man. Don't just introduce yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Present yourself. A woman got to know that, you know, you gotta present yourself as a package. You dig what I'm saying? She gotta know that you are somebody she needs to be talking to. She gotta know that what you're saying is something that she needs to be listening to. She gotta know that and feel that. If she know that and feel that, man, if you can keep her attention and let her know that you are an entity, a substance to be dealt with, you're on a good track. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? And the way you introduce yourself, if your name, I don't know where Tone Bone come from, but I'm just throwing this out there. If your name is TARIQ, you know what I'm saying? Don't introduce yourself as, my name is TARIQ, but my friends call me Tone Bone. Now you introduce yourself as Tone Bone. You let her know right off the bat who you are. This is who I am, bitch. This is who you recognize me as. This is who you address me as. From now to your life end, you dig? I'm Tone Bone. You dig what I'm saying? Hey man, that's some get started.
Anyways, the gift of gab
You dig what I'm saying?
is supposed to be the main thing in which pimps use to influence women to break down their defenses and trust the likes of a pimp. I never understood that. I always wanted to hear a woman really give an explanation as to how she would give up her spirit to accommodate another guy and what he tells her to do, while you take on all the risk. While you take on all the risk, the pimp instructs and gains everything from you. And that just seems to be the relationship that TARIQ NASHEED is garnering with this FBA. In my opinion, I mean, everybody else could feel the way they want to feel. I don't do personality worship. I'm just observating right now with y'all.
My chick bad, my chick good, my chick do stuff that your chick wish she could. My players, this is TARIQ Lee, world-renowned game advisor, ladies man, best-selling author, king of game. I've traveled the world studying different cultures, learning how to gain confidence, and I brought that knowledge back here and I put it in my books.
The Mac Within, Play It and Play, The Art of Gold Digging, The Elite Way, and The Art of Macking. In addition to writing my books, I've done sold-out lectures all around the country. I've done lectures at Yale University. I've worked with the Learning Annex. I've been on The Tonight Show. I've done Late Night with Conan.
Your facial expression should be emotionless. She can't read.
So you think I'm doing a lot of like this with my
they can read you.
this with my face. Like, how's it going? And that's sort of right on the clown.
I've done several shows with MTV and VH1. That's female repellent. Don't do that. Dating is like a sport. This is why men who have mastered the sport of dating are called players. And I want to teach guys like you how to be a player in the game. First, we're going to get a guy who's a lost cause. The guy might not have any game, might not know how to dress, and I'm going to check him out. I'm going to give him a diagnosis. So how you doing? What's going on with you?
One of the girls that I really want to meet, she works at this bar. She's gorgeous, and I choke every time I walk into here.
So you have a little social anxiety.
Yeah.
Every guy has a Mac within him. You just have to know how to tap it in and bring it out. What we're going to do, we're going to focus on two things. We're going to focus on your look, and we're going to focus on your approach. Number one, you have to have confidence. Confidence is very important. That's the foundation of the game. Right now, you're kind of droopy, kind of down in the dumps with your vibe. And women can pick up on that, man. So we got to get your swag back. Number two, you have to have verbal skills. Women.
I mean, it's so apparent that he's a con man, E-Deck. I don't understand why people are just so impressed with him. They're not questioning him. They're not questioning themselves. They're just allowing him just to come in and do however he wants. And he's spelling it out that he is a so-called Mac, a pimp, wannabe, and he's doing essentially what the people are allowing him to get away with.
Every pickup line imaginable. You've gotten lazy with your game, so when you step to women in the state you're in now, you're just going to say the same cliche things that they're used to hearing all the time. And finally, number three, you have to have ambition. Ambition is when you apply your verbal skills and your confidence. Sometimes you just have to just be gutsy and just go for broke. That will alleviate any fear that you have. Now, to be a player and to be a true Mac, it's really all about what's in here, but you still have to look good. I'm on my way to go check out Doug in his natural habitat. He doesn't know I'm on my way over to his spot. This should be real interesting. Hey, what's up, Doug? What's up, dude? Man, I had to do a real quick surprise inspection on you, man. Whoa.
I was cleaning. I was cleaning.
This is filthy, man.
Is that bad, really?
Let me see your bedroom. Hey, look at this, man. This is not Mackish. What is this, man?
I've been busy.
When was the last time you had a woman over here?
A little bit. It's been a couple months.
A couple of months? And then plus, I gotta make you over too, man. I gotta just do your whole thing. Because you living foul. Come on, man. Let's get up out of here. All right, so what we're gonna do right now, Doug,
Y'all got to know that he's doing exactly what he has been trained to do. I wonder who sent him. I really wonder if he's been sent on purpose to be on YouTube, distracting us and keeping us stagnated with what he designed, what he has developed. This FBA, it's blown up so much so. And he's using all the things that he's talking about, macking and pimping. I mean, to a T. It's crazy.
we're gonna go down to Melrose, and we're gonna get you suited and booted. We're gonna get you fly. This is Ginger, and she's gonna make you look very, very fly. Your whole demeanor is changed, and your whole swag is changed. Absolutely.
See, this one's actually cut like a dress shirt on the bottom. It gets a little dressier feel.
That's what we're working on.
What do you think of this? I'm liking that.
I like that.
I like that.
That's cool. It's not too loose. It's not too tight. I think the ladies will like that. Doug, you are going to be the Mac of the year. As the old players would say, the game has to be in you, not on you. When the game is on you, that means you just have trinkets, jewelry, hats, clothes, and that doesn't make you a Mac. The game has to be in you.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I haven't seen you in a while. You look different. Haircut, new shoes. You look great.
Well, I know this is generally a little odd and maybe a little late, but I would love to maybe get to know you or hang out sometime if you're up for it. Maybe grab dinner.
Yeah, I'd love to. That would be great.
Well, good. I'll give you my number or get yours, I guess, on the way out. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I owe you. I owe you.
Like I told you before, Doug, man, you gotta have confidence. You gotta be bold. You be fearless, and you showed all of that, man. And look at the game; it was working for you.
Now, if the guy's listening to what I'm teaching, he's applying the game verbatim, word for word. He will never have any problems with relationships. He will never have problems approaching women, and he will never have problems with this level of confidence again. And he will have truly mastered the art of macking.
Is that what TARIQ Nasheed is doing to y'all? For the ones that's claiming to be FBA, I really want to know. I just wanted to bring something for y'all to think about and ponder. I think a lot of times we just go with the flow too much. We sometimes need to rattle things, and we need to question things and kick the tire and things of that nature. I think it's a sad day that a con artist or a guy that professes to be a Mac can actually come along and, you know, grab a hold of a grouping of us based on our emotions for the lack of feeling like we have an identity. I think it starts with within. You know, you personally have to go and declare your own identity, take steps that you can do to make yourself feel better within yourself. I think something might happen one time with TARIQ, or a scandal might come out, and it's going to just really mess up everybody's mood with this FBA. I just hope that y'all protect yourself and understand what you guys are getting yourselves involved in with him. Let me see. Tyron, how are you doing? You said that TARIQ Nasheed revealed himself as a domestic abuser, telling one woman that confronted him that he would catch domestic violence charges. Wow. He also moved his pimpin' grift from hustling the conscious community. TARIQ act like he wasn't pushing passport bro shit in Brazil, chasing fast Latina women. Exactly. I remember that. He's done a lot. He's really done a lot. And for him just to get in like he has, and everybody's just like cool with everything, like a sheep, is really a trip. Edek says, what's up to you, Edek? TARIQ's day of reckoning is coming. Something's going to happen. And when it does, I wonder how other people are going to take it. Michael Moria, he hung out with him too. The bro that is back. Of course, he has been sent to mind F the people. He's doing a good job. He is a W-list and entertainer and con man. How you doing, Maria Rodriguez? What is your favorite color? I don't know. Sky blue. Tyron says that doesn't always work because with women now of days, you need to have a large bank account full of cash, the car, and try not to be boring. Okay. I think that he is using his macking skills. I think that everything that he has done in his time, you know, as trying to be a rapper. I don't know if you guys knew that he was trying to be a rapper. Let me see if I can find that video. He's done a lot of things. To be in showbiz, kind of. I forgot what his rap name was. Let me see. Probably can't find it now. I did have it earlier. Oh, there it is. Let you hear a piece of it.
confessing, you be needing a lesson, and you be special like Florida Evans. Damn. Listen to the Ghetto Dynasty fam. I slam dunk punks that's talking the jump. You jump, you don't want to get jumped. So what's up? You bout to get bust up and project your neck when you're messing with flex. Look at me, Sims.
Again, he has been an entertainer for a while. He's been following behind pimps and Macs and players for a while. Y'all don't think that this type of thing is being brought forth with this FBA hustle that he's done? Yeah, I don't think that he's not utilizing his skills to influence and keep people in control with what he does and how he moves. It's apparent. Yeah, now he's Meek Slide. He went from Cosmo Flex to K Flex to King Flex. Yeah, he was rekindling his friendship with Umar when the footage came out about that BBW throwing shit at Umar, putting his sex life out in public. Huh. Well, they're not too friendly these days because he's playing like he's not a Pan-African, but I think that TARIQ Nasheed one time or another is going to flip on y'all. If he gets the right money, he's going to turn right back into a Pan-African. Watch. Because I don't think he believes what he does, but he makes, like I say, a lot of money pimping. I'm trying to find a pimp to try to tell you a little bit about what they do. And a lot of them sound really goofy to me. I don't understand why they are able to get over on a whole lot of women. Like, for instance, let me just give you an example of what I mean. Let's see, where is that? This dude right here, I am shocked that would ever be listened to as a woman. Like, I don't know what type of woman that they're able to find to be able to be impressed by these types of men.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That's a real simple question, man. Why do pimps beat their hoes? Or their whores?
Why does a pimp put his grooming hand on that hoe's head?
Right on.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all numerous of accounts and reasons why. Then I'm gonna tell you why not to. First reason, why would you wanna beat your hoe ass senseless, jump on her, tell her going to take a shower, get herself ready for work. The bitch eye on swole, or the bitch lip busted. I mean, that's like a double standard. Why would you kick the bitch up her ass knowing the bitch can't walk the streets tonight, Why would you sit up there and clothes hang the bitch, knowing the bitch gotta use her motherfucking pussy? Come on, poke ass niggas, come on, Come on, Buzz Bunny, don't do it like that, man. Keep the grooming hands off the hoes, man, Hey, man, the one thing I know about grooming bitch, man, I can chastise a bitch with my motherfucking words and have that bitch put in the motherfucking comb. Hey, man, I caught bitches wig back by putting this motherfucking mouthpiece on. Hey, man, the groom hand, I don't even like keeping my motherfucking kids up on my motherfucking hoe, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all keep y'all hands off the hoes, man. Keep y'all hands off the hoes, man. Man, find y'all something better to do, man. Hey, man, this is the motherfucking self out the south side, man. I'm signing off. Game 5, take 5. Me and my motherfucking brother, Mr. Diamond, doing this shit from Maine to Spain. Got gas money, 15 cents. How about it? I'll holler y'all. Catch you next time, Mr. Diamond. I'm out.
So now, whenever TARIQ Nasheed wants to act like a wholesome family man or whatever like that, he'll talk against the degeneracy of the Black community, like Sexy Red, the rapper. I guess she's a rapper. I don't know what the hell she is. But here he is having an interview with Street TV, and he's talking against Sexy Red, but at the same time, he hangs out with pimps and Macs and players who degrade women, who use and abuse and spit out women until they're used up and spat out. The contradictions of TARIQ Nasheed is obvious. I don't think that he is as solid as a lot of people play him or think of him to be, in my opinion.
20-year-old, 23-year-old daughter. Also have a 11-year-old. She'll be 12 on the 14th. Like you, Roddy. Yeah. And I have a granddaughter, 3 years old. And then I aunties. And I heard you speaking recently on something that really refreshed me because your perspective is almost identical to mine. And I'm just going to say one name and I'm going to let you go. Sexy Red.
Man.
What we going to do, bro?
And the sexy, I'm
Shout out to her.
shout out to Sexy
One
Red.
thing you said redemptive was she's a part of something so much bigger.
Yeah.
And nothing else she presents is really going to be accepted. She really had no choice based on this is what they are designing as what, if you're not doing this, it's not going to work.
Right.
So it's less her fault and just more, she's not the source, she's more of the pimple and not what's causing
Right.
it.
She's a branch on the root of what's
There we
going
go.
on. Because if you look at some of my social media, the rapper Sexy Red, the way the white media parades her around, I think is problematic because they are specifically trying to use a negative image of black women in order to justify harming black women by parading a Sexy Red around. She's, and she's barefoot, pregnant, and twerking. When you put that in the eyes of millions of people, that says something about your culture. That's making a statement. And why are they doing that? That's not sexy. It's not appealing to anybody. The reason to do it is to promote degeneracy. And I like a ratchet every now and then. But ratchets are something you deal with behind the scenes.
Ratchets.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a little ratchet. But to parade that around as something that kids should...
Burlesque has never been a mainstream concept.
Right.
It has its place.
It has its place. They promote her to children, just like they were promoting Lil Nas X to children.
I agree.
That's the problem that I have with that type of shit.
I agree so much. That's the same thought process I would have. It's not like
I don't think that you could be on both sides of the fence, though. I think you have to choose one or the other. Either protect women or you don't protect women. You can't play one day like you want to protect women, then on the other end, and you don't really care about them because all you care to do is mac and control and get a lot of money from people and stuff like that. So, he's a walking contradiction, in my opinion. TARIQ Nasheed, he carries himself like a con artist to me. Again, I think that a lot of people let him slide and not really bring out the knowledge. Let me see. TARIQ Nasheed just ended Fannie Wilson's career by exposing this. Who is that? This is new. Hold on. Let me see what this is. Somebody just recently talked about TARIQ Nasheed. I don't know what this video is about. Let's see what this is about. See if it makes any sense to what I'm talking about.
Fannie Willis's scandal and corruption has been getting exposed all this week at trial, but TARIQ Nasheed just revealed another hidden layer to her corruption and sinisterness. Fannie Willis is being called to the carpet for corruption and misconduct.
Oh, he's talking about another lady in the news. No, I thought this was about TARIQ Nasheed. No, not about Fannie or whatever her name is. But I hope that people realize the background of TARIQ Nasheed. I really wanted to bring that out to the forefront because a lot of people are not really asking questions about his past and what does he really believe in. And he believes in what makes money. That's what he believes in, what makes money. And so far, so good. He's been very much capitalizing off of our culture, off of our emotionalism to want to have an identity that we need to have. I do agree. It's a good concept of FBA or ADOS or even self-declaring your own identity, because there's a lot of people lurking, trying to make us over against our will. Pan-Africans are particularly the ones I'm speaking of. It is a fight for us to maintain our identity as Americans, and others are trying to uproot us, in my opinion, with this Pan-African talk. So it was necessary to talk about FBA or ADOS, but I think individually we should, take it upon ourselves to self-declare our own identity. So in case these groups don't pan out, you can still have something else to fall back on. Yeah, let's look at this.
She don't sit there and look at me and wave at me. Motherfucker, how acknowledge me. Come here. You do what the fuck I tell you to do. You understand that? That motherfucking bullshit hole that you just poured? I'm not no motherfucking boyfriend. You understand what I'm talking about? So you don't fucking get them and wave at me, bitch, when you see me. You get the fuck out and acknowledge me, ho. You get the fuck out and you come to me. Get your motherfucking ass upstairs. Somebody open up the goddamn door. Open up the fucking door.
That's what pimps do. They pimp vulnerable women that can't do for themselves. They pimp uncovered women who don't have family or friends. They pimp people that are broken. And I know that we are broken as a people right now, but that does not give TARIQ Nasheed the right to mac and pimp us if that's what he's doing. Because from his history and from the videos that I'm looking at right now, it points to he's a con artist. He's an actor. He's probably been hired to do what he does. I mean, all these different shows that he's been on, nobody really knows him like that other than him being an author. But where did he come from?
Danced insanely during the commercial break. That was pretty incredible and just stopped in the nick of time. My next guest is a dating expert, the author of The Art of Mackin' right here, and The Mac Within, the Holy Book of King. Please welcome TARIQ Kingflex Nasheed. TARIQ, there is so much to learn and not a ton of time, so let me get started.
Yes.
Tell me, what is a Mac? Do you teach people how to be a Mac? What's a Mac?
Yes, I do. I teach people how to be Macs. The word Mac is like really loosely based now, but the definition of a Mac is a guy who's successful at anything he does.
Right.
It could be business, entertainment.
Yes.
The most common thing that men want to be successful at, dating women.
Yes, yes.
And this is what I do. I give guys Mac makeovers.
And, okay. How would I become a Mac and be completely honest, and don't spare me? I want to learn, how do I become a Mac?
You know what? A lot of guys, all men are Macs.
Yes.
All of these guys here, they have Macs in them. This is why the book is called The Mac Within.
Yes, yes.
All these Macs. Give it up, Mac.
It's the Jedi principle. It's channeling that Mac within you, right? Okay, forget it. I won't talk. You go. Probably Star Wars references don't help.
That's
Yeah.
not Mac.
So it's kind of like on Star Trek when they went to Romulan name. Go ahead. Anyway, sorry.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
That's not Mac.
So tell me immediately. Talk about me.
Okay.
What's Fix Conan? Let's do it.
To be a Mac, you got to you got to find out what your assets are.
Okay.
You got to focus on your assets and don't worry about your deficiencies.
Right.
That's the number one thing.
Right.
Okay. So what you got to do is just remove the squareness that's been programmed in you. So, and I'm not dissing.
Yeah. If there were a squareness, you say.
And just let the Mac come on out because I can see the Mac come out of you every now and then.
Every now and
Like
then.
when a female guest is on the show, I can see it seeping through your pores, Conan. I can see it.
I also have a skin condition.
Oh.
It's oily. All right, let's start with the way I speak. What about be honest?
Okay, your voice is a little high-pitched. So what you would do...
You laughing it up over there, Nicole? You having a good time? Yeah. Enjoy yourself.
What I would do with you, Conan,
Yeah.
I would give you what I call the slow and low technique.
Slow and low.
Slow and low. When you talk slower, your voice automatically gets lower. It's like the Barry White effect. And when you talk low and slow, it gives a melodic, hypnotic tone that seduces women.
So if I had more...
There you go.
way of speaking.
That's it. That's it, Tony. That's it.
Is this hot, Nicole? Do you like this?
It's really hot.
I don't know what that means, Nicole. All right. What about what I'm wearing?
Shoes are very important, Tony. See, women. Okay.
Check these out right here.
See, women are. Okay.
What does this shoe say to you?
Shoes give out messages. They give out nonverbal messages. Those shoes say, "Ladies are married, stay away." You have to get something that's a little more snappier, Tony. Just a little more snappier.
What are you, snappier than this? This is a fine, inexpensive shoe.
Yeah.
This is
like gators.
Alligator skin.
Alligator shoes are the shoes of choice for Max. Those are the Max shoes. Those are the official Max shoes.
Okay.
Something like what these. These are like alligator mink shoes.
Those are very nice. Oh, you actually have. Can I touch this right here?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at that. There's fur on the side of your shoe.
You need some of these, Conan.
Yeah, it looks like you stomped a squirrel to death on your way over here.
Again, he's a paid, I believe, agent of some sort that's influencing people to be macked and stagnated. I don't see a blessing that's coming from him, supposedly for this FBA, other than people going stir crazy on YouTube and Twitter, but they don't do nothing in real life. Let me see what you guys are saying. You said he moved to California and got turned out. Oh, wow. You sound like you know him a little bit there, Breezo. Do you know him like that? Tyron says, and he claims to be a disciple of Francis Cress Wilson. His master teacher is Claude Anderson, who tried to tell Californians to be fishermen along Agent Riza, Islam, Bucci Bear, Brandon, etc. Pimp Rosebud was his mentor, allegedly, selling his butthole once he left Detroit to live out in California to be a homeless wannabe actor. Wow. Somebody might have picked him up. Somebody might have turned him out and made him into what he does. Because it just came from nowhere where he came out with this FBA. How long has FBA been out for? For like 3 years? Tyron says, one must deduce, how did TARIQ Nasheed get his come up once his family left Memphis, Tennessee, and Detroit, Michigan, and how he get his startup and fame in Cali without being an alphabet puppet? Yeah, that is kind of that's kind of a unique question, and that is a good question. What has he been doing all this time to be in LA and so successful besides the Hidden Colors? I don't know how successful Hidden Colors was. It seems that it might have been kind of successful. Maybe that's the excuse that he'll use, though, his Hidden Colors. Tyron says, why TARIQ no LGBTQ lingo like Boosie or the hangout spots for gay people in the United States, and mentions it in his lives to put into the zeitgeist of the Black consciousness, or say sus things to callers. There's a lot of down low men in California, man. I don't know. He may be, but I don't know. I can't call it, because these days men does a lot of different things. They put on a whole lot of different hats, and you never know who could be really into being down low like that. But yeah, he does talk about gay things a lot. He does bring up gay topics and talk about men being bussies and bussies and all that kind of thing, which is kind of odd to be comfortable doing that all the time. Tyron says, same with Umar Johnson. Where did Umar come from? Yeah, that's interesting. And he's not doing nothing either. He was the queer eye for the straight guy. Who, TARIQ? And you said alligator mink, but grooming a child, his wife, Peanut, that allegedly on the Wash Your Ass CD cover. It might be. That would be a trip if that's really her, though. That's really a trip. But like I said, I just wanted you guys to think about whether or not you are being pimped if you believe in this FBA thing, because there's a lot of questions that nobody really has asked Tariq Nasheed. I think he is a little bit, I think he's some type of agent, man. It feels off with his past and everything. Take a look at this.
Here it comes.
Well, maybe not today. We just like to keep you guessing whether we play it or not.
You know what? It's a surprise to us too.
Time for the water cooler buzz. Buddy Birch and Gil Anderson joining us. It's taking the day off. It's a holiday. Well, you know, when it comes to the holidays, there are men who are never alone or lonely. Why, you ask? Because they have mastered the art of macking.
Yes, great God game.
According to the Urban Dictionary, which I use on a daily basis, it's the ability to get any woman you want and make a name for yourself in doing so. A Mac has got the stance, a certain glance, and never confuses romance with his finance.
Say that again, Jessica.
Our water cooler guest today is New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed.
Hey.
Tariq, good morning.
Good morning,
By
everybody.
the way,
Tariq is here to preach.
he is
Just saying.
He's a regular on Conan, recently appeared on Jay Leno Show. His books include
He has quite a collection, by the way.
Yes.
You know, he's a scholarly man.
He is.
The Art of Macking.
Yes.
Okay. You also have The Mac Within, The Art of Gold Digging,
Yes.
and most recently, The Elite Way: 10 Rules Men Must Know in Order to Deal with Women. I am guessing a lot of research has gone into all these books.
A couple of points of order, though, because we've had a definitional
This
issue
is a
on
problem.
this. We got to start this out. There have been people, we don't want to point fingers, who have misused the term Mac. What is your definition?
See, now you thought
I thought macking was kissing. Macking was necking.
No.
Okay.
That's smacking or smooching.
Yes.
Right.
But macking is just like a mindset that you have. You're very confident about yourself. Being a Mac is being a boss, being a leader, being a man of integrity. And if you have that, you have the foundation to get any woman you want.
And, you know, that is an important one, a man of integrity, too. Because I think there's a lot of fellas that have the swagger and the what have you, but forget about the man
But
of
they're just
integrity.
downright rude.
And if you don't have integrity, if you have a scandalous, manipulative
we
demeanor,
don't want that. No
you're going to always
scandalous.
have insecurities of being found out. So you want to have that integrity so you don't have to backtrack with your game.
What's so sweet is this is for the holidays. Just in time. Just in time. So you have some tips.
Yes.
Let's start with number one. You have to be clear about your agenda.
That's very important for my guys out there. When the holidays roll around, you get very emotional sometimes, and sometimes men date for the wrong reasons. Some men, they think that they want a long-term relationship, but they really want a one-night stand.
Right.
So they date based on their emotions. So you've got to be very clear about your agenda during the holidays. That's number one.
If you're
That
clear,
gets clouded real quick.
we'll be Tom Likas esque for a second. If you're clear about your agenda, and it's just to enjoy somebody's company for as long as you want to.
But if that's what you want, that's great. If that's what you want, a lot of guys think that because they are filled with emotion, but they really don't want that. After the holidays are over, they go back to their regular
Holidays are like a wedding.
Yes, they did call him a scholarly man. That is funny, isn't it? How you doing, Sassy Ears? Thank you for coming through. Tyron says he's still selling those outdated books, Art of Macking, along with making it a 70s black exploitation jive, talking minstrel and advertisements. Nubian Soldier says that fool has a ton of makeup on. Yeah, he does, huh? Tyron says alligator think. Oh, I already read that already. So I hope that is something that people will start questioning. Who is the real Tariq Nasheed? What is his real agenda and intention? What is going to be the outcome with this FBA online? Is it really going to ever be recognized by the government? Is there ever going to be a lawyer brought in to give a class action suit against the government? Or is this going to be a stalling club, like a secret club on YouTube that people have bought into, thinking that this is real, that their lineage is really being addressed? And maybe it's a bit of false hope for us not to do what we need to do as a collection of people with what the government is trying to do. Because again, my opinion is we're being squeezed out of America, and people are trying to make Africa our option and destination. But that's just doomsday. A lot of people are finding it very unbelievable with the deaths that's been going on in the Gambia. In fact, I think my next live will be on the responses or lack thereof of the Pan-Africans that are not keeping it real about these deaths yet. 6 of them, possibly a 7th. And they haven't really said anything about six single women. Well, one was married, but she died single. And most of them had died suspiciously. And these Pan-Africans are sitting on their hands, not doing anything, trying to wait out time. But I'm going to do a video about their lack of response after a few days. Or if they do give a response, I'm going to respond to their video or their comment in relation to these deaths. Because again, Pan-Africanism doesn't really care about if you die or anything, because the goal is the agenda at hand, which is trying to get us to go to Africa come what may. No matter what happens to you, they want that to be your truth and your reality and your destination. So I will be talking about that coming up soon for those that may not know. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Tyron says, how can anyone take a dating advice expert as a political activist or leader? Yeah, isn't that something? Tyron, he's getting a bag out of black male potential incels or conscious ideology factions within the comedy and trinkets. Yeah. Where did Boyce Watkins, Jason Black, and Professor Black Truth come from too? Because they all use the same Pan-African hustle with TARIQ and Reza Islam. You know, a lot of them might be online. There might be a whole lot of different CIA operatives. If I was to think about that, you know, there's always something going on behind the scenes, and other agendas are at play right now as we speak. You said another agent would be Sonetta TV. He tries to serve multiple masters, Kemet, Pan-African, Hebrew, Moors, etc. Yeah. So we got to be careful and mindful about who we're following behind and for what reason are we following behind them. I just wanted to give my own perspective, which is I think that you have to personally declare your own identity. I don't think having an identity on YouTube is going to benefit us in the end. I think it's a stalling tactic that is being used very well to distract people and have them not do anything as far as writing letters or trying to get the attention of different leaders in the community to address our issues that are becoming more problematic as the day goes on with the migrant crisis. Yes, Sonetta, I think he is a Freemason, one of them, a secret society kind of guy. Is TARIQ Nasheed a part of a secret society? I wonder. I don't know. These are questions that I have that I just was thinking about. And I like to come and talk about different topics sometimes to maybe rattle some people from what they're doing and maybe have them think about what they're doing and what they're looking at. He has the background of a pimp and Mac. Could he be really pimping y'all? Is my question. So I hope that you guys would. How you doing, Jenny? Thank you for coming through. If you have a song you want to hear, Tyron, let me know. Let me play a song before I go. I didn't want to be on here too long because Kiki Loves Nigeria is coming on at 11 o'clock, which is in about 45 minutes. Do you like K-pop? Who is K-pop? Is that an artist? Is that an old school song? I like it to be an old school song if you have that in mind, Jenny. You know, like 70s, 80s, 90s type of songs. Because I think that the music these days are not as good as they used to be. And so we're listening to a lot of cruddy music. I guess Jill Scott. Okay, Jill Scott. I don't know about Haran history. Oh, Haran, Jill Scott. I haven't heard Jill Scott in a minute. It's called Korean pop songs. I would rather for you to play an old school song. If you can think of an old school song, I'll play that. I don't think my audience knows what that music is. I'm sorry, but I have to play something that they can enjoy as well. If you could let me know what that's about. Another song would be appreciated. Let me see if I can find that song though, Tyron, because some of these songs are Britney Spears. Okay, I'll look for that. Give me a second. Let me play this first song. Jill Scott. You know, is this a guy? Oh, this is a guy. You're having me play a guy from way back when. Okay, let me see. Who is this? This song must be real old. Okay, I'm going to try to play this one right here. Okay. This is Jill Scott, a guy. I don't know what this song is. I'm sorry. What this is.
Dos, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. You see that black boy over there running scared? His old man in a bottle. He done quit his 9 to 5. He drink full time. Now he's living in a bottle. See that black boy over there running scared? His old man got a problem, and it's a bad one. He done pawned off damn near everything. His old woman went to take a bottle. And don't you think it's a crime when time after time after time people in the bottle, there's people living in the bottle. Listen to me, see that sister, her shop was fine, but she started thinking wine in the bottle. She told me, oh man, committed a crime, he's doing time, now she's hanging in the bottle. I seen her out there on the avenue all by herself. She sure need help from the bottle. I seen her, the man tried to help her out. She cussed him out and hit him in the head with the bottle. They turned to me, they asked me clearly, don't you think it's a crime? Wait, and time after time after time, people in the bottle. There's people showing up in the bottle. Here's another good example. You see that Jim Hillary goes so dirty, done damn near blown his nose to the bottle. He was a doctor helping young girls along. If they wasn't too far gone to have problems. But the defenders of the Dollar Eagle said, what you doing, man, illegal. Now he's in the bottle. And now we watch him every day. He's trying to chase the prisoners away from the bottle. He turned to me, he said, "Your man, now, don't you think it's a crime? The way time after time, friends of mine in the bottle. There's people showing up in the bottle." Come on, hit the lick one time, stick. kitty corner. If you see some brother looking like a goner, it's gonna be me. Sing the song. Na 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 get a bottle of wine, $1.09, get a bottle of wine, $1.09, get a bottle of wine, bottle. Yeah, all that I'm concerned about is bottle. It can turn me inside out the bottle. All I want and all I want and all I want and all I want is since I'm depending on the bottle.
I'm looking for your song right now, Calm Down. I was going to do the Britney Spears one until you kept bringing up Calm Down. I know that's a popular song by Rima, I think Rima. I guess that's how you pronounce it. But I'm trying to find a version that's not copywritten. Hopefully this one is one because it's only got 5 views on it. Let me look it up. I don't want to mess up my my video, but I do want to play some songs that you guys might want to hear. And here's your request, Jeannie Kim. Thank you for the selection. Please like the video, y'all. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's go.
Another banger, baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me young girl, oh young girl. No tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty gon' give me a lo 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 wo 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 wo. I see this fine girl from my party, she wear yellow. Every other girl did they do too much, but this girl mellow. Now in my divine situation, I go use this tell I'm mellow. Finally, I find way to talk to the girl, but she ain't no one follow. Who you gonna phone for? When you know I phone for? Then I start to feel like I'm born. But she did give me small, small. I know, so she said, people sit down, one. But she feeling insecure, cause her friends go, they come and let it go up. Go, they come and let it go up. Yeah, I know we look shy, but for you, I get down low. And my hips make you cry when I'm moving around you. Do it once, do it twice. I push back, you hold me tight. Get a taste for a night. Baby, show me you can calm down, calm down. Dance with me and take the lead now, lead now. Got you so high that you can't come down, come down. Don't you ask, you know you're allowed, allowed. When it's you, I can't say no. Baby, give me love. You got me like Shawty gon' give me As I reach my house, I see me got a small wall. As me I wake up, now she did my mind don't walk. Yeah, one day two, one of the folk was now so me I call now, see me really go on. and that's the risk you take. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, fan down. If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me no, oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me a lo, 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 oh, oh, oh. You got me like oh, 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 oh. Shawty, come give me a lo, 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 oh, oh, oh.
Last song selection for the lady Flower Girl. I guess you're asking for did you mean Viva La Vida by Coldplay? Is that the song that you want by Coldplay? I don't think you gave me the name of the artist, because I have found, you said you're from Canada, but I'm asking Flower Girl. Is it Viva La Vida Coldplay? Okay. All right. This is the last selection because I have to take my dog out. But I really appreciate everybody for listening. If you have not yet, please like the video. Please share the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you in advance.
Seas would rise when I gave